does sound like a lot to me, but in a lot of ways, I feel like it's gone fast. Hey, hey, hey!
Here he comes. Can't find the baseball, and scoring from third. Heads up. Alvarez, we're doing it again. Beatty. Wow, he's in.
Okay, so we have a spring training game here between the Yankees and the Mets. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. And this is a funny moment, but also a teachable moment. Thankfully, this is spring training for the Yankees. So we're going to have a fastball here that tails in and just kicks off the catcher's glove, comes down, hits the runner in the foot. Catcher's looking for it, has no idea where it is. Runner scores. Catcher still doesn't know where it is. Now the pitcher has to go chase it down, and 2 runs score on a ball that was called a strike. So first, the funny part, well, not so funny for the Yankees again, but I laugh because Boone is being interviewed, and you can hear him screaming at the catcher where the ball is, and then he realizes that he still can't find it. He's screaming his name and pointing, but doesn't help the catcher, has no idea where it is. And this is one of those things where, I watch a lot of games, and during spring training, I get it. These games don't really matter as far as wins and losses go, but it would drive me nuts in season in a real game if I was asked to be interviewed as a manager. I wouldn't be able to do it. I need to be concentrating, and there's no way I could go on television and talk about the game. I just wouldn't be able to do it. I'd have to decline, and they'd probably yell at me and make me do it anyway. But let's talk about the teachable moment here. So the biggest thing, when a ball gets away from the catcher, and this can be either on the ground, it can be in the air. If a player loses track of a ball, if you're another player on the team that sees it, you have to yell and you have to point. And so we can see this ball, the catcher's confused because he feels the ball just barely pop out of the glove, so it should land somewhere right near him. But here's the thing. It hits the hitter's back foot and kicks away. So it comes down right next to the catcher, but when it hits his foot, you can see it bounce right there. So the catcher's expecting the ball maybe to bounce like a foot away or so. And so he looks down here and he goes, well, where is it? Well, now the pitcher realizes that the runner's coming home, so he starts to sprint towards the plate. But he never points, he never yells. He's running, and then it's right there. Right? So he runs about, 4 or 5 hard strides. The catcher's still looking around. And now he's going to point, but it's a very quick point. So he just points there and he puts his hand back down. Now he's on the plate. Now he points again, right? So now they're right next to each other, and he's going to point again and say, hey, man, the ball's behind you. And now the best part here is it's like they both kind of stop and just have a conversation. Catcher's saying, I have no idea where this ball is. And pitcher finally says, it's back here. I'll go get it myself. He slides in, but it's too late. And the runner's going to score. So one way to do it, again, once you see that ball gets away, immediately start pointing and start yelling. Don't wait. I would be yelling and pointing the entire way in to try to get the catcher's attention. Now, for a ball straight behind the catcher, you can just yell back, 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 and you can point. And there's different ways you can do it for balls to the first base line or the third base line. Some teams will yell 1-1-1 if the ball's on the first base line, or 3-3-3 if the ball's somewhere on the third base side. And that's probably the easiest way, instead of yelling left, 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 or right, 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 because the pitcher's left is going to be opposite of the catcher who's looking in the other direction. So I always think front, 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 back, 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 1-1-1, 3-3-3 is an easy way to help players out. And then you have to just continue to point and scream. And again, here's another good look at it. So here's the pitch. You can see the ball just come down and just barely hit off the hitter's foot. And then the pitcher's going to take off. But again, once you see it right here pointing, back, 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 like he goes more than halfway before he finally points. And again, the catcher has no idea. And 2 runs are going to end up coming in here to score. So, again, thankfully it's just spring training. But make sure to point, to vocalize where the ball is. And this can be everyone. It doesn't just have to be the pitcher. It can be the third baseman, the first baseman. It can be anyone. Anyone that sees the ball can yell and point it out. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later.